continuing the question from Cecilia about the Jewish view of the afterlife. So that's mostly spoken of in Kabbalistic sources. We spoke yesterday about the fact that there's going to be this bringing the whole of humanity back together as one, all those who've ever lived in a state of single consciousness to God. What happens in between as the body is separated from the consciousness? So in Jewish sources, we think that the soul, the mind, can actually survive and live in the interim. Obviously, if it's going to come back together, it's there. And it is in a state of incredible awareness. It's completely connected to God. It understands its source and purpose. And we speak in English, there's words like heaven and hell. The Jewish concept's slightly different to where a lot of people think about it. Hell is not a physical, fiery place, right? It's a state of potential and shame. Those who completely live life, ultra self-centeredness, can't exist in a state of closeness to God and won't be there. But many of us live somewhere in between, some goodness, some self-centeredness, etc. And to the extent to which we lived self-centered lives, there's humiliation in the afterlife. I look around and think, oh my goodness, everything I thought about, everybody's there for them to see, everything I've ever done. But at the same time, there's a place of forgiveness of, okay, but I'm a human and I went through tough stuff and so on. But the shame is what allows that to be burnt through. And then in its place can be a connection to God. The only problem is that just like emotional pain is much worse than physical pain, a spiritual, deep pain will be much worse than any of them. And the rabbis say in one place that a person would rather come back in this world for 70 years in a fire than live through that. So the idea is in this world, we should try and do the best that we can do, right? And wherever we can, wherever we do mess up and hurt others, we should try and get forgiveness here so that as we complete our life in this world, we're ready to have that relationship with the oneness of all creation, with the creation of the universe, and ready to be brought back in to the oneness of all humanity at the end.